Okay.
Thank you for joining me, Julie.
No worries.
All right,
Been
let's
looking
get.
forward to it.
Oh, good. Me too. Me too. So, for people who might not know you yet, you're Julie Unruly on TikTok, right?
Yes, I am. Yes.
Okay, beautiful. And talk to me a bit about your background in disability and aged care.
Okay. Well, I originally was a graphic artist, believe it or not. But then after I had children, I needed a local job. So I just answered an ad for a local nursing home and I started working there. And that was like 1998,
Yep.
I suppose. And I started doing nursing and I loved it, but
Excellent.
it's hard. It's hard on your
Yeah.
back. It's a lot different now, but it was hard then because there might have been only one hoist for the whole
Right.
building, and you just ended up,
Okay.
doing the wrong thing. Now
Yep.
you cannot do that. You have
No.
to use hoists, and they all have ceiling hoists and stuff now. It's a lot better. But yeah, I started that. Then I started working for an agency. So I had the aged care job, and then I started working for an agency, and I did that for 10 years. So I was juggling jobs and
So agency and working permanently?
aged care. Yep.
Yep, okay.
Yep. So, yeah, because they sort of cut shifts. They muck around with these shifts all the time.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I started doing agency work. Then I just sort of stopped the aged care, went just full on agency. And my kids were growing up then. So I was
Yeah.
doing 20 hours a week or something.
Yep.
And then I needed a full time job. So I got a full time job at a day program. And I've been there
Okay.
14 years.
There you
And
go.
there I am. I'm still there.
Perfect.
Yes.
We'll talk about that a little bit later, but
Yep,
I just
sure.
wanted to get your opinion on the Pete Zed and Drew Pavlu video.
Yeah, I know.
If you're watching this podcast, go and see it. It's very, very eye-opening. Some are calling it controversial. I don't know how the
Mm.
truth is controversial, but they expose a lot of the fraud
Yes.
in the NDIS sector.
Yes.
But
Well,
Julie,
only two people I've seen are saying it's controversial, saying that they're not qualified journalists and what have you, but who cares? They got it out
well,
there.
what makes a qualified
That's
journalist?
right. That's
To
right.
be fair, just because someone's got a degree, it doesn't mean that
That's
they're a
right.
qualified
Yep.
journalist.
And they're popular YouTubers, so
They are, and
they can
so
get it out there more than say Four Corners because nobody
100%.
watches
That's right.
TV. No one watches mainstream TV anymore. They watch YouTube.
Well, see, that's the thing. I mean,
Mm.
if this is the way that these people can get the message across
Yes,
and make Australians aware of what's going on, what's the difference
that's
between
right.
mainstream media
That's
and
right.
YouTube,
Mm,
right? There are millionaires that are on YouTube, and people that just watch mainstream media would have no
that's
idea.
right. And
So
I'm so glad. I'm so glad because taxpayers should be outraged. I mean, we've
they
all known
should.
it. We've all known it for ages. People in the sector.
Yep.
We know about the rorting, but I'm so glad that they brought it to light and actually confronted some of these scammers.
Well, that's the thing, isn't it? Like,
Mm.
you see the scene where they go into one of the facilities or the offices,
Yeah.
I think in Fairfield, and the lady straight away jumps out and starts
Mm.
hammering them and is
Mm.
screaming, and if that isn't a sign that these people are dodging the system
That's right. And
and
they physically abused them
yeah,
and yelled out, "You're a retard."
and you can't use that
No,
language.
no. I just used it and I feel terrible.
I know,
And I
right? You can't.
yes, yes, but
No, it's
how can you
pathetic.
say that when you run a disability providers
No,
service?
you
Like,
can't.
I
It's
can't
and
believe it.
this is the thing, and I guess I
Mm,
need to I'm a disability support recruiter, that's one of my
mm,
specialties. But the thing is, I only see it from a recruitment point of view,
mhm.
right? And I know how many dodgy people have gotten jobs in
Yes,
disability support,
yes. And
right?
it's getting worse by the day. I can't believe.
Yeah,
who walks through doors um,
that's right.
and expect a job just by the way they're dressed
Yes.
alone. You're just like,
Yep.
you're
And
coming
that's what's happening out
for a
there. People don't
yeah,
understand.
yep, you're
It's
coming
just,
for a
it's a Wild
walkthrough
West.
for a job, and you're dressed like that. No, sorry.
Yeah. No, it's
Yeah,
absolute joke.
I know, especially when your employer is probably in their 50s.
Yep.
You got to think. You got to think. How would I be hired? No, I've got to dress properly. Got to have an
No.
ironed shirt, please.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know, right? But, do you think the public really understands how the NDIS really works?
No,
Of
no,
course not.
because you've got people on TikTok and Instagram and all that are making out that support work is lovely and it's all coffee dates. And I'm sorry, but it's not. It's so far from that. There are coffee dates, and those lucky people have them, but quiet coffee date and a quiet walk in the park is not what it's about. You've got, before you even go out for that coffee date, you've got to prepare your client for that, or a group of clients. You've got all these behaviours and toileting and getting bags packed, because they all have meal plans now. So you've got to follow these meal plans to the letter, or you are in trouble.
Mhm.
And you've got all that before you even get to have coffee. And then you've got to sit there and not have a
Well
moment while you're having coffee. So,
well, let me ask you this, okay? So I see this from a recruiter's point of view and also a
mm,
human, okay? I'm sure you've seen it where the support worker's out in public,
mm,
not in uniform,
mm-hmm,
they're on their phones,
mm-hmm,
scrolling on their phones, they're talking
yeah,
while the participant or the client is there.
yeah.
Doesn't matter if they're paying attention or not. I'm a firm believer that if you're a support worker, you should have a uniform.
You know what? I much rather wear a uniform, and I've been wearing a uniform for a long time now,
Yep.
and it just it keeps you accountable. So
Yes,
if people see you on your phone or doing the wrong thing, I can tell you, people ring up and dob.
they will.
And,
And
and what?
I've seen it.
Yes.
I've seen it, you've seen it, and the
Mm,
thing is, it's, I'm out and about with my 3-year-old, so I'm
mm,
not gonna have a confrontation with anyone while I'm with my son. He's
yeah.
my priority.
Yeah.
However, if I'd seen the uniform and been able to take a photo, or even just seen the uniform and get in the
Mm-hmm.
car and call and say, "Who's out at
Yep.
this spot at this time?" Because they're not paying attention to their client. They're not
Yep.
they're not watching over them, they're on the phone. I saw
Yep.
another one where the client was faced towards the wall,
Yes.
right? And the support worker was on the phone scrolling.
Oh,
That's not what this job is about.
I have seen some doozies. Even just
Yeah.
leaving them alone and then going over and getting something from a shop that's meters away,
Yep.
and it's like, "Oh my god, you can't do that."
But on the flip side
Yes.
though, then you do get really lovely ones and people that actually genuinely care about their
Mhm.
clients or
Mhm.
participants and do the right thing and
That's right.
make sure that we're talking to the client, not to the support worker and
Yes.
all of
And
that. There
and
are
can and
beautiful
can
people in
I
there.
say as well that sometimes you need to be using your phone too, because
Yes.
you might be having to look up, because everything's online now, so I might have to look up a feeding plan.
Yep.
Can this person have a Coke? Do I need to put thickener in it? That sort of, I better see
Yeah.
how
Very
thick, because
important.
there's all, mild, thick, very thick. Do I need to use a straw? Sometimes you forget, or you've got so many clients you just can't remember. So you might have to look up on your phone. So the general public need to keep that in mind too. Or you could be looking up something for them, like some
That's right.
craft project or gardening project. So don't be too quick to jump on support workers, because they may they may be doing something, looking up an epilepsy
That's
plan
very
or
true.
something. Yeah.
That is very
Yes.
true as
I
well.
mean, I'm not on my phone unless I had to be. But yeah, and no one's ever come up to me and told me I'm doing a bad job. I've only ever had people like want to shout us coffees and stuff like
Oh,
that.
that's lovely.
Oh yes, I live in a lovely area where
Oh,
people are just
beautiful.
beautiful. Yeah, yeah. So they're like, "Oh, you're wonderful." Like, no, I'm doing a job. Actually, I'm
Yeah.
not wonderful. I get paid for this.
Yep. Yep. No, fair enough.
Yes, yes,
That's lovely.
yeah,
That's absolutely lovely.
yes.
Which I will say, so if anyone wants to get into disability support work, yes, there are
Mm-hmm.
pros and cons.
Yes.
Where do you think they should start if they've got no experience whatsoever?
Oh,
They've just finished their certificate in maybe community services or
yeah.
individual support. Where do you think they should start, or how do you think they should start?
Well, it's very difficult now
Yes.
because you have visa holders have flooded in, right?
Yep.
So I did read a stat where there's 60% of support workers are visa holders.
Right.
So it's
Okay, I'll
just,
look that up. Yep.
yeah, look it up because I didn't double check it. But if that's the case, it's very hard to get a job. What you need to do is have your Cert 3
Mhm.
and go to a nursing home. Start work in a nursing home first. Get your experience there, then move on to support work where it's more money. If
Yep.
you're being paid correctly, that's a whole other story. And that's a bee in my bonnet too.
Well,
So,
in saying that as well, how can support workers differentiate legitimate and non-legitimate NDIS businesses?
by their vibe. Okay, so like Drew and Pete's video, there was a whole bunch of red flags just in that video. Do your research on the company. Check the non-compliance.
Yep.
Yeah, check the non-compliance register on the NDIS website. Ask around. Just do your research. Because when I look on Seek, I look on Seek all the time,
Yeah,
and the same companies advertise
they
constantly.
do.
The same. I don't. You probably can shed some light on as to why, but I
Because it's such a high turnover industry,
yeah.
right? It's a high turnover industry. A lot of the time, the right people aren't applying. What does the right people mean?
Mm,
People with excellent communication skills.
yes.
Sometimes, even though, as you said before, there are visa holders in the market, which is
Yep.
normal, a lot of these jobs are permanent part time. So,
Mm-hmm.
if you don't have permanent working rights, it's extremely hard to land a permanent
That's
job.
right.
There's also not having the right people, but also this industry is an industry where a lot of support workers end up on work cover,
Mm-hmm. It's
which is a double-edged
constant.
sword. They end up
Yes.
on work cover, and then so they can't work their job because they're on work cover,
Yep.
but then because of the health tests with other support work or industry work within the
Mm,
industry, then they can't get another job because they're still on work cover.
yes.
Right? It is an
Yes.
industry, as you said before, it's not just flowers and taking people out to
That's
coffee.
right.
It can be quite dangerous. It can be physically dangerous. It can be
Yes.
mentally dangerous. I mean, I'll speak about it because I can. Interviewing people that are disability support workers, the stories I've heard is being pinned down to the floor,
That's
uh,
right.
s- rape attempts in a
Yep.
shower.
Yep. Yep.
Another one was someone's trying to rip off ears, like bite them
Oh,
off.
yes. Do not ever, as a support worker, one hot tip, do not wear dangly earrings
Okay.
or
Yep.
jewelry in general.
Yep.
Just don't. It's a target.
It is a target. But the thing is as well,
Yes.
there are people out there who I think are angels that walk amongst us that are made for this job, that
Mm-hmm.
love this job, and they flourish and they do the right thing and they go home genuinely feeling rewarded.
Yes. And that's
And
what we
there are
want.
people out there like that,
There's a lot less people like that now,
but it's becoming
unfortunate.
less and less.
Yes, because it's become such a money maker
Yes.
that we're getting the wrong kind of people. And also people treat it now as a side hustle, not as a proper career.
Yep.
So you've got people that'll want to do 1 or 2 days as a support worker, but they're working in a florist the other day, or they're
Mm-hmm.
doing something else, and
It's
then
tough.
yeah,
Yep. It's just,
yep,
it
eh,
looks like it's
yep,
easy money.
yep, yep, and that
So
it's support work that they decide to leave because it's hard
yeah,
work.
it's hard work. It's
Mm,
not for everybody. It's
that's
incredibly
right.
hard.
Yeah,
And when you're in a recruitment point of view, or you're being instructed by your business partners and your managers, yes, when people are on the phone asking more about the job,
mm,
shed it in a positive light,
mm,
right? So if you're wanting to get into support work, there are some cues that you can pick up on when recruiters are asking you questions. Things like,
yes,
have you worked with heightened behaviors?
yes,
What that means is exactly that, heightened behaviors, someone that can get aggressive, someone that can get physically aggressive. And even though if you're willing to, or if you've got experience in another industry, a lot of people that have done bar work can
yes,
work as disability support workers because
fantastic.
yep,
I'll
right?
tell you
'Cause
who are great: hairdressers and beauticians. Oh,
I've recruited a lot of
they are
hairdressers as well.
fabulous support workers.
Yep, of course, but
Yes.
look, it's not it isn't a
Mm,
job for everyone, but it is
mm,
hard, but it's also rewarding for the right people. But
yes.
let me ask you this, you were around before the NDIS.
Yes, I was.
Do you think disability would be better in government hands rather than subcontracting the money out
Yeah.
to private contractors?
Well,
Because what's the solution?
unfortunately, yeah, the solution would be to have everyone registered,
Yes?
uh, I suppose, and regulated, like really regulated. Now, registration costs apparently like $9,000 or something for a small provider, so it's very unaffordable. So they need to change that.
Mhm.
And you need regulation and compliance and constantly being checked and
Yep,
audited.
yep.
And why we don't have that, I do not know, because there's so much money going through these providers.
So
You've
you're
got
saying
people.
that there's no, like the NDIA doesn't do like random compliance checks or audits or
No,
anything like that?
not on non-registered.
Ah, right,
Mm,
okay,
they're not
fair
audited.
enough.
No, they don't
So,
even
but
pay. It sounds like
how
a
do they
lot of them don't even pay their wages correctly. They don't pay their super correctly to their.
okay, so how do the non-registered ones then become support works providers?
I don't know how it works. I honestly do not know. Anyone can become a provider.
Right.
It's with an ABN and probably do a few modules. There's providers out there that have never done support work or nursing or anything.
Yeah.
They
Wow, well,
just
I only found out the other
pop up
day.
businesses overnight.
Yeah. No. Okay,
Mm,
okay. I'm gonna look into that.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's terrible, my
It's
god.
crazy stuff and that's why you see. I think it was that Drew and Pete. They were in a Lamborghini or whatever, and they're getting out going, "I'm an NDIS provider," doing this
Yeah.
skit, with their jewelry and
Oh,
yeah,
it's attracting the wrong
I know
people.
it
It
is.
really is.
It is, and
Jesus.
that has to stop. You know,
It does.
well, when I first started, the providers were basically church-based or uh,
Yes.
not
Not for
not for profit.
profits.
Yeah,
Yep.
so that's what I work for is not for profit, and you see them also doing the wrong thing too, mind you,
Mm.
and you just have to look on the non-compliance register to see that
Yep.
as well, because there's a long list on that. On that list, there's a lot of
Yeah.
people. Um, yeah, so that's all it used to be. It was easily regulated back in block funding days. The
Mm.
money went straight to the provider, all their money, all their money. So there was a big pool, and they sort of dished out activities, and this goes to a wheelchair, this goes to community access.
Mhm.
This goes to respite. They just pulled it out. And it may not have been good and fair,
Yep.
but there was no rorting because all the money was with a certain
The
amount of
provider.
providers, and it was just
So
easy to check.
where the difference now is the money is with the participant.
It's with the participant. A lot of them are self-managed and cannot manage that amount of money.
Okay, so let me ask this question then, and I know people are gonna take this the wrong way, but I don't mean it.
Yeah.
I'm just asking because I'm curious. So you're telling me that if someone isn't at full mental capacity, they're managing their own NDIS money, is that right?
Well, their family would.
Their family would, which also
Yes.
poses other
Yes.
risks too,
Yes. Family
because
guardians, yeah.
guardians.
Mhm.
Okay. Because
Mm.
it just seems like no, whichever way you look at it, it doesn't seem like we can
No.
fix this problem.
No. No.
It's quite
Unless they
sad.
throw it in the bin and start again. So,
Jeez, okay.
because it
Well,
started off good. In
yes,
2013, it started off well, there were teething problems. A lot of companies
always, and that's always
closed
the
down
case when
in your
something is
area in
yeah.
Newcastle. A lot of companies closed down because they
Yes,
just
Stockton
couldn't.
Centre.
Yes, yes,
Mm,
big companies because they just couldn't manage. They just couldn't manage the money. They couldn't
no,
manage how to do it. Yeah, and we were worried. I remember being, oh God, how are we going to go? But we got through it.
yep,
The company I work for, and yeah, so it started off with teething problems, then got good, then got bad. But as soon as
right.
they started letting in unregistered providers and any member of the public can start up their own business in the
Yep.
industry, yeah, anyone.
Because
Mm.
I was only there for a year as a contract role at Cerebral Palsy Alliance.
Yep.
Previously, excuse the bad language, but that's what it used to be called, the Spastic Centre, because I'm originally
Yes,
from
I
the Northern
remember it.
Beaches in
Mhm.
Sydney, yep, which they changed it to Cerebral Palsy Alliance.
Yep.
They're a big not-for-profit, they do science research and all of that and
Yep.
heavily regulated. But it is very worrying that it goes to smaller people
That's
that
right.
have sinister,
Yes.
they it's just about the money, and these type of
Yes.
jobs isn't just about the money, it's like you find the best doctors don't just do it because of the money,
Yep.
right?
And now a Ferrari drives by and you think, "Oh, that guy's an NDIS provider." As a joke, you're joking, but you're not joking,
Yeah.
it's
Uh,
probably it's probably true.
Probably true.
Mm,
Well, I wanna
yeah.
go to the next subject. Let's talk about safety for support workers. How do you think the industry is handling safety at the moment, or do you think the industry is safe right now?
No, the industry is not safe. Prob It could be safer. Probably
Yep,
won't ever be 100%
and it
safe
won't,
because
it won't.
of the behaviours and what have
Yep,
you. Um, it depends on who you're working for, really, and their checks and balances. Um, somebody I know has just quit a job,
okay.
because they went into somebody's house who was in total squalor,
Oh,
um,
no.
ice addict, uh, psychosis,
Oh, dear. That's
no,
so
no,
sad.
no paperwork, no nothing, dodgy provider, and stuff happens. You've really got to be on the ball that someone could jump on you as soon as you walk in the door. That
Yep,
doesn't happen very often, of course, but it can happen. And we
can
saw that
happen.
um, support worker in Logan, I think it was.
Mm.
Um, her life was taken.
Yes.
Yes, allegedly,
Yep,
allegedly by a client.
that's terrible.
Mm,
But let's talk about, the supported independent living, so SIL homes. So for people that are watching, there's different type of disability support. We
yes.
have homes where house people with disabilities and support workers work with them, rotating shifts and all
Mm,
of that. What are
yes.
your thoughts on clients having criminal backgrounds?
Uh,
Y
I honestly think if they've got criminal backgrounds, it's hard because everyone's entitled to NDI the scheme.
Okay, yep.
Um, they're entitled to, if you've got disability, you're entitled to funds. But I think that corrections need to probably take on more responsibility there,
Mhm.
uh, and have the correct people dealing with those people, with
Those type of people.
dangerous criminals, because we've seen a few things now where dangerous criminals um, have gotten themselves into big trouble and hurt people,
They
and
have, they have,
yes,
and
hurt
just
hurt
from
their
the people.
workers.
Yep,
Hmm.
yep, and just from the people that I speak to, there are sex offenders
Yes, there
that
is.
go from home to home to home. So can you imagine, you know, people in their early kids in their early
Yeah.
20s, they are kids, they're young,
Yes. Yes.
having to deal with this or
Yes.
possibly being a victim.
Yes. And they should be under. There are companies that do forensic support work,
Okay, yep, that's different.
or
Yeah, so
therapeutic support work. It's called one of those, and uh, but sometimes these people do not have those kind of support workers, and they're just with independent support workers. There was one sex offender advertising
yes,
for
I saw that in the
in
news.
the newspaper, in the old-fashioned newspaper for support workers.
Oh,
Uh,
it's
and
terrible.
for
My
young
god.
women, he wanted
Yep,
young women. Mm.
which is almost, I mean, technically it's discrimination.
Mhm.
Technically it's discrimination, however, uh, the lines are blurred when it
Mhm.
comes to therapeutic care.
That's right.
I mean, being if you're in a private hospital, you can ask for female nurses and the such.
Yes.
Got to be very careful. Read the job ads properly.
Yes.
Read between the lines.
Yeah.
Um, do you think that social media or TikTok has changed the way disability voices are heard?
Yes. Yes. Good and bad. So, good, like you've got a lot of participants now on TikTok and Instagram, and that's
Yep,
having their say, which is
which is good.
fantastic. Yep.
Yep.
Yep. And you've got support workers like myself giving tips and tricks, whether you like it or not, and my thoughts and opinions and whatever. And then you've got other people that don't know what they're talking about.
No, they
And
don't.
and look, you've got to be choosy with what information you listen to.
Very much so.
I mean, and
Very
I'm
much
not
so.
saying I'm right. I'm very old school. Um,
'Cause
and
you're Gen X, is that right?
I'm Gen X.
Gen
Yeah.
X, yep.
Yep. So, um, yeah. So back from block funding days to now, and
Mhm.
I have changed, but I do see where, we've got a choice and control and what have you,
Yeah.
and it doesn't always work, choice and control, because you have a duty of care as well,
Yes. That's
and
right.
just saying, so and so's not having a shower today, it's their choice, and and if this goes on for 3 months. Well, there's a
Yeah,
duty of
that's not
care there
on.
to get them in the shower,
That's
and
right.
then, if something happens to their health and it declines, well, you're gonna get in trouble.
No, that's exactly right.
Mm, mm,
That's exactly right.
mm.
Um, what's the funniest thing that's happened to you since becoming a disability content creator?
Oh, my God, the funniest. Um, I get DMs from people all the
Do
time with
tell. Do
their
tell.
little stories, and
Yep.
one young lady, her brother, like, she had a dodgy support company provider, so her brother went and just dumped a whole truckload of rubbish on their front lawn.
Oh my god.
I would have loved to have seen it. And this is when I was doing a live one night,
Oh,
and
no.
this young lady and her friend both had the same support worker, so the two families teamed up,
Yeah.
but not support worker, support provider. and they just dumped all this stuff, called the cops, all that. They got arrested and they got deported.
Jesus.
But yeah, it was funny.
Yeah, you can't do that.
Because I'm live. I'm live, and she's telling me this as it's happening, and it did happen. It did happen. But she's okay now. She's got a
That's good.
good provider, and she's out Bathurst or something now, she
Yep.
told me, because she's been in touch recently saying she's all good. The other provider got deported.
Jeez,
But
that's
they stole copious amounts of money from these two ladies.
and they just decided to just dump all the
All
stuff
rubbish.
on the
Yeah, her brother had a truck or something, and he thought,
Wow.
I'm gonna this is payback, I'm sick of it." Did that.
Jeez, there you go. That's
Yes.
hilarious.
Yes.
Well, Jules, that's all I've got for you today. Have you got anything else for me you wanna chat about?
Um, yeah, how do you know when somebody's good? I think you did sort of touch on it. Um, because you
Yeah,
need,
well,
like, a
how do you know?
patience, a caring person, you know, how do
So
you
the
you've gotta
thing
get a vibe
is
off someone. You must be all on.
look, I'm gonna take my glasses off, right? So as a nursing recruiter, as a disability recruiter, this is where AI isn't gonna take this aspect of recruitment.
Yes.
I've gotta sit there and look you in the eye and make sure
Mm.
that you're not gonna harm my patient or my client.
Yes.
Okay, so how do you know someone's good? Yes, it's the vibes, it's your
Mm.
gut feeling, but sometimes people interview very, very well.
Mm.
They tell you what you want to hear, and it's a matter of not necessarily liking the person, but seeing that they're going to be good for the job.
Yeah.
Right? So, I mean, yes, you can do all the things that I say on TikTok, be prepared, do your research, but with disability, it is more about the personality and it's more about their yes, it's about their empathy and compassion, but also
Yeah.
being a little bit assertive too, because you have to advocate for the client,
That's right.
right?
Yes.
You can't
Yes.
just sit there and take and be like, "Oh, yeah, nah,
Yep.
well, the doctor didn't come today. I'm just gonna
Mm.
go home." Right?
Mm.
Yes, and everyone should go home when they should go home, but you need to follow up, make sure that they're in it for the right reasons.
Yes. And the
And
person needs, they need some creativity as well.
yeah,
Um, you know, not someone that's just gonna sit there and want to be on their phone, but someone who will
no.
get crafty things out and start doing craft and puzzles and,
Yep,
um, something,
but it's
because
all
it
yeah,
can be
and
a
it's
long shift if
it
that's.
is, and
Mm,
also helping them with their abilities, not just
yes.
doing everything for them,
Yeah, that's right.
okay?
Like, yeah, yep, yep,
'Cause everyone's got different abilities, and that's fine. It's like,
that's right.
and I remember, when I was at cerebral palsy, there was a gentleman where the support workers helped him climb the harbour bridge, right? And to
Okay.
me, I thought that was the best thing in the world for
Yes.
him because that
Wonderful.
heights terrify me, right? But whatever
Mm,
floats anyone's boat. But that's a good support worker.
yes.
That's a good
Yes.
support worker wanting the best for your client. It's
That's right.
more than just a job. Even though the job gives you boundaries as it should, it is more than just a job. And the ones that
Yeah.
actually, really think about it, they have done their research, you can tell. I've had phone
Yeah.
calls from people where well, I've rung them to do a phone interview and they've said, "I just want a job." Like, "But this
Mm.
isn't just a job."
Mhm.
And I get
Mhm.
offended when they say that to me because it's your job to sit there and look after this patient.
That's
Sorry, not look
right.
after this patient, look after this client, do everything in their best interests. This isn't just a job. And so when they say that to me, it really pisses me off because you're in it for the wrong reasons.
That's
You're
right.
disrespecting the clients.
That's right.
These are
And it's
people
their
too.
money. It's their money, their
It's their
funding.
money,
Yeah,
right?
how dare they just treat it like, "Oh, it's just a job."
Just a job.
No,
It's not
it's
just a
more than
job.
that. Yeah,
It's
it's
not
way
just a
more than
job.
that. Mm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely, and you find
and that's what's happening now because people treat it like a side hustle.
they just it's
It's
there's it's
their
like, "Oh,
money.
I'll just be
Yeah.
a support worker. I'll go
Mm,
work on a Sunday and get
mm,
75 bucks an hour,"
mm.
which is good money, and they should be paid good money for what they do because it's an incredibly hard job,
Yes,
but it's not just about the money.
that's right. That's
It
right.
isn't, and
There's
not
a lot
all
more.
jobs are just
There's a
about the
lot more.
money.
Yeah.
Disability isn't one of them, but, yeah, I mean, I could go on all day. Maybe we'll do another podcast.
Oh,
We'll do
anytime.
another podcast, but,
Anytime.
I think that should help people a little bit. If you've got any questions
I
for
hope
us, drop me a
so.
comment, send me an email, but, it was lovely speaking to you as always,
Yes.
Jules. I'll see you on TikTok. Follow Julie at Julie Unruly.
Yes. Follow me